Now we will discuss comprehending figurative language. Figurative language is language that literally means one thing but is taken to mean another. When we look at figurative language, we need to understand that many words and phrases have both literal as well as figurative meaning. Literal meaning is the explicit or dictionary meaning, while figurative meanings are the metaphorical or figure of speech. Although we may sometimes use literal meaning as a guide to understand figurative meaning, we can also comprehend figurative language directly. So figurative language has a key role as far as the understanding of different concepts are concerned or different matters are concerned. Something which cannot be stated directly or literally, people take use of figurative metaphorical forms to convey certain concepts. Now, the parsing mechanism that we have just considered has its output as syntactic structure of the incoming sentences, such as George went through the roof. Now, looking at this particular sentence from the figurative language point of view, over here, George went through the roof is not to be taken in its literal form. It is a figure of speech. It needs to be understood in the form of figurative language. Now, when you read this sentence, you will not look at it from the point of view that it's something which has actually happened. This sentence cannot be taken literally. We understand that this means that George was very angry or he was very furious. So, this through the roof is metaphorical in nature and it explains the state of George's mind or George's condition, but instead of stating it categorically, figure of speech has been used here. Studies of language use in television, news programs have found that speakers use one unique metaphor for every 25 words. So that is the extensive use of figurative language that we can see, where people are using one metaphor for every 25 words. It is used as a powerful communicative and conceptual tool. Among researchers, there is an increasing interest in the use of figurative language, partly because of the growing awareness which can be seen as a phenomena in terms of using metaphor and figurative idioms in every language. People who are not able to interpret figurative language will most probably fail to comprehend oral or written messages containing such language because it is a very powerful communicative and conceptual tool. As texts become more challenging across grades, students need to be taught figurative language or the use and the concepts behind figurative language so that they should be able to handle the terms or terms related to figurative language when they encounter. Text or any information which carries this these days are becoming more and more in use and their usage increases, which also leads to the problem of comprehension potentially becomes more serious. Therefore, children from early grade must learn how to identify and interpret figure of speech or figurative language. To conclude, in figurative language, the intended meanings of the words, sentences, and expressions used do not coincide with their literal meaning. when speaking figuratively, speakers mean something different than what they are actually saying.